Oh, it's so good to see you. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. And so do you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh,
So,
it's my pleasure. This is so exciting for me.
oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. And for me too. I'm um I'm really grateful, and we've had a journey together for, the last 9 years since we first met. And that was 9 years ago or 10 years ago. And for just a quick introduction, you're a master healer and an intuitive coach, and you work with men and women, to sort of help them really, I guess, maintain their positivity. I know when I first, sort of realign with themselves, right? So we
Hmm.
we first met, and I was, as life does, it goes up and down, and you have your good moments and your not so good moments. And I was not in the best place, and I had to really manifest and like amp up my frequency in order to attract things that I desired. And you were such an integral part in all of that. And I'm forever grateful and such a fan of yours. So thank you so much for doing this healing for us today, which is incredible.
Well,
um
I couldn't do it unless you really wanted to manifest your dreams and you really wanted to accelerate and be on track with your destiny, because so much has to do with the person's desire and what they believe. So obviously you were really believing even though you had blocks. And so once I really helped you release the blocks, you went into alignment and then you took off like a shot and you started manifesting the most extraordinary things. And this podcast in this live Instagram is one of them. And I'm so proud of you. I really am.
oh, Alita, thank you. I just got like my whole thank you. I'm like, about that was thank you.
And it's
It's
great that you brought
wonderful.
in the support with Francesca to
I
produce
know.
this,
I know.
because she's amazing and the energy is extraordinary.
I know. We feel it. We feel such a connection, and it's really the most divine thing. I mean, really divine when I say that. I mean, truly.
Well,
And
part of the work in terms of manifesting, Andrea, is basically you need to create your dream team of support.
yes.
People that are on the same vibrational rate as you are. And that's a
Yeah.
lot of what my work's about. And that's a lot of what I would like to transmit to people today, is to be in vibrational resonance with
Mm,
what you want, not always struggling with what you don't want. So for instance, when Francesca came in, she was in total alignment with what you wanted to create, the whole concept, and she could take it to the next level.
yeah.
If you brought in somebody that was counter to that and created, problems and blocks, you couldn't be able to produce what you're doing into the world and making such a big difference with all the information and the healing that you're putting out there. So
Thank
it's really a blessing when you bring in the work and
yeah.
you bring in people that are like-minded. Very, very important.
Absolutely. You're so right and so true. And this podcast and all that you do, I feel is we're all doing this activation in different ways, because not only are we activating, you're helping all of your clients and me get activated, but then we're helping other people get activated. And it just is this, just like what Francesca and I are doing on the podcast, we feel that we're activating people by them listening. They're getting activated, wanting to be an activist in certain things, because the people we're bringing on are serving the planet. And they're,
Exactly. And that's what this is all about. You
yeah,
see, because the higher we all resonate into that positive zone, that, is the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension that deals with the quantum physics, when Deepak calls it the quantum field and of unlimited potential. In my book, Life Shift, I call it the field of love. The more that we move out of the density, which is the fear, the hopelessness, the depression, the anxiety that many of us are feeling now with this whole pandemic situation. And if we get locked in it and we start to believe it, then we're dead. The thing is this, and I've talked a lot about this in terms of the emotional body that we have, because you have feelings, you have to honor those feelings, because in the feelings you will find the information that you need. Like if you're unhappy in a relationship and you need acceptance or appreciation, you want to be able to get acceptance and appreciation and figure out a solution. Like, let's put something on the refrigerator. Like, I appreciate you for 3 things. You appreciate me for 3 things every day. So you get that, you get the vibe that you're looking for. If you're afraid of something, if you're afraid of your finances contracting, then you can start to possibility think. How can I create more money? How can I join with other people to be creative and help the planet and myself and bring in finances? So those feelings are very, very important. We just don't want to get stuck there, because once you get stuck in those negative feelings that are third dimensional, you can't change them. Matter cannot change matter. You need to move up into higher consciousness, which is your higher spiritual self, the place of unlimited possibility, where you can actually imagine that you are creating that which you want to do, not fighting against what you don't want. You don't want to spend any energy looking at what I don't want. That's like taking $1 million and putting in stocks, that are going down. It's not going to get you anything. Awareness, energy directs awareness. Thoughts are things. I learned that in concept therapy, 40 plus years ago. What you think is what you create. So if you really think about it every single day, if you were to just look at all the negative things that pop up, the no, I can't, and I don't know if I can do that, and I'm not good enough for that, or oh my God, I got rejected in this relationship, and that person's off with somebody else. They must be better than I am. If you keep dwelling in that cesspool of negativity, then that's all you're going to create. However, if you feel the hurt very deep in your heart center, you breathe through it, then you release it. You start to open up. That's my work, is it really about clear, shift, recreate. Then all of a sudden, you're starting to move into unlimited possibility from the power of where you are right now, not in terms of the trauma from the past. So remember when we were working together, there were things in your childhood, and not to blame a parent or anything, but that they were creating belief systems that said, no, you couldn't. And we got through that, Andrea, and look at, yes, I can. And look what you're doing. You're doing great stuff with the yes, I can. But you weren't fighting against that belief system in the subconscious that's not only in your brain, but it's in every cell of your body. Candace Pert wrote Molecules of Emotion, which she said, it's not just the brain, and she was a neuroscientist. Everything is translated, and the Chinese knew this when they dealt with the organs. Feelings are in every step that's in your system, in your physical system. You have to release it. You have to clear it, and then you have to bring in the good stuff. And that's what we're going to do today. And that's what my work is all about. That's what you're all about. It's lifting consciousness so that our spiritual energy can come through our body. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience, but we can't experience it if we're vibrating in fear. We want to lift it up to faith. We want to lift it up to courage. We want to lift it to creativity, solutions, and believing, which is all about what you are about. And I'm so happy to be able to connect with you today.
Thank you. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, even now, I feel like you're doing a healing session.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It just comes through.
We
really
haven't
true.
even started the meditation yet, but it's already transmitting.
Well, you know what? That's really interesting, especially during this pandemic. I have more time to meditate. I'm doing a lot of remote healings with people, on FaceTime and Skype and Zoom. But the fact of the matter is I make sure that I meditate at least 2 hours every day. And I'm constantly lifting my frequency, because the more I can lift my frequency, the more I can transmit it. A lot of how I studied, I went all over the world, like into Peru and to southern India. I sat with teachers that basically transmitted the frequency, the higher frequency to me, and I integrated it into my system. So it wasn't so much book learning, even though I did a lot of that, like primal therapy, bioenergetics, healing with light for like 12 years at the Actualism Center. I was in an experiential situation. And so because I'm an energy healer, I can get that frequency that I work for, and then I can transmit it through my eyes, through the chakra in my hand, in my right hand, and through my whole being when I'm talking. That actually starts to lift your frequency to what we're aiming for. And you're right. As soon as we start talking, I'm channeling.
Oh, I feel it. So.
Yeah, there you go. And I know that many people on this call, you know, on this Instagram are going to feel it too.
Oh,
That's why I did the YouTube channel, because all the videos that I've done hold the frequency of the healing frequency, not only the inspirational messages, but the healing frequency, even if it's like 2 years later or 3 years later. The same thing in Life Shift. When I wrote the book, I put the healing energy into the words. And when people are reading it, they'll go, wow, I feel like I'm with you in a personal session. So you picked up on it, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, as did Nicholas and Pierre. A lot of people are commenting for sure. I mean, people are definitely feeling it. So I'm very excited. And it's 111, so maybe we should start on 111.
Oh, great. Woo, I got the chills. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to start it off with my Tibetan bells. These are from the 16th century. We're just not going to get any bells for you. All right. And they are made, they're very special metal that they don't have anymore. And once we listen to the whole vibrational rate, it will put you in alignment with all your chakras. And then we can go in and do the deep work. Okay? All right, here we go. Now you can close your eyes for this. Just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And feel as if your breath is like the waves of the ocean, coming in and out, and in and out. And then what I'd like you to do is just imagine that there is an orange sun, and that's what's coming in for this Instagram for everybody that's on it, the color orange, which is representative of the second chakra, which is 6 inches below your belly button. It deals with creativity. It deals with sexuality. It deals with self-expression. It connects to your throat chakra, which deals with abundance and more self-expression and connection. So that's a beautiful orange color that's 6 inches above your head. If you can't see the color orange, imagine something orange and just let the rays of that orange sun come in through the top of your head, the crown chakra, as you're breathing in and out, and in and out. And then give that energy space in your body. And you can do the mudra where you put your thumb and your third finger together with both hands, so that can really feel that energy filling up your body. And now listen to the bells. And now what I want you to do is I want you to feel like we're connecting your heart center. Breathe in, it's right between your breaths, with your old brain that's right in the back of your neck. and just feel like you're harmonizing your brain mind with your heart. And we want to deal with the density that's in the old brain, which is fight or flight, and connect it in with the heart so that we can release it. So ask yourself, place your hand on your heart center, and ask yourself, what do you want to create in your future going forward? And what are the blocks that are coming up for you right now, especially during this pandemic, that might say, no, you can't. That's impossible. Are you crazy? Whatever the no, you can't is, whichever story's around it, let it be there. Just accept it. But breathe into it and know that you have feelings. You're not your feelings. And we can shift this. We can get you out of that limiting box. So breathe and see what it is. And see if anything comes up that has to do with not loving yourself enough, not feeling like you deserve to receive, not feeling like you can be on the train. What you feel is that you always watch other people having it, having the financial abundance, having the wonderful relationship, having the children, having partners, going on trips. Whatever that is that you feel is blocking you, just hold it for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then release it through the breath into the field. And do that again. Hold it for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release it into the field. And then go deeper into anything that's blocking you in terms of self-love. Feelings of, I'm not successful enough. I don't have enough financial rewards to prove that I'm successful. I'm still struggling. I'm not acknowledged enough. Whatever that is, hold on to it. It's not true. You're as successful and as loving as you feel towards yourself, and as lovable as you feel towards yourself. That's the magic. It's all in your own perception, and you can change that right now. Breathe. Hold those limitations for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And then we're going to do that one more time. And you can do this on your own when you feel like you're stuck. Just breathe. Hold whatever that negativity is for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release it into the field. And then I can feel that there's a lot of clearing going on in the group. And if you still feel a little stuck, don't worry, we're not finished yet. We'll get you there. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that there is a pearl, a white pearl, right at your tailbone. That's your first chakra. And that you have a straw in your mouth, okay? And that's where the oxygen comes in. And you're breathing that white pearl up through the straw, up that channel, through your stomach, because this is all survival, coming up through your heart center, throat, up to the top of your head, because now this is the new brain. This is higher consciousness. This is what we want to function from. Hold that breath right at the top of the head. Feel it build, feel it build, feel it build, and exhale. going to do that 2 more times. Feel that white pearl. Start to breathe in. Let it go past survival, all the way up the channel that's right inside of you, that's connecting to you. Breathe, breathe. Let it go through the heart center, through the throat, up through the third eye, to the top of the head where the pituitary is. Hold that oxygen, that breath. Hold it, surrender to it, and then release. And one more time. You can feel it's getting easier. Okay. Pearl at the tailbone. Straw breathing up. Feel that you're going past consciousness like a rocket ship, launching higher spiritual self right up here in the crown chakra. Hold that energy and then release it. And then what I want you to do right now is I want you to think of something that's a peak experience. You on the beach, you first falling in love, you seeing your baby for the first time, you receiving some financial rewards or acknowledgement for a beautiful creative project that you had finished and birthed it out into the world. Whatever it is, just feel that feeling, because the mind can't tell the difference between real and unreal. And we're creating the power of your imagination. And in that energy, I want you to just put in how you're creating your future and what you want to achieve, as if it's already happened. If it's a relationship, feel the power of being in love and connecting with somebody that's your composite, that makes you feel stronger with them than without them, that's supportive. Feel what that feels like. It's beautiful, it's magnificent, it's powerful. Whether it's romantic, work-related, friendship, doesn't matter. It's union. It's the dream team of support. Imagine what it would feel like having your finances taken care of and actual money coming in to support not only your life, but your creative projects. And just open yourself up to receiving, releasing struggle. Feel like it's already happened. And imagine if you want to have a child and you're dealing with fertility, that you're holding that baby and that it's done. Whatever it is that's in your heart to manifest, move up to this higher dimension where miracles happen and put your money and your energy into that bank account of manifestation. And then you will see the miracles start to appear. It's like when God winks. Seems like coincidence, but it's in synchronicity. And you feel happy to be alive because it's magical. And you can feel the power of being a spiritual being in a physical experience, in your physical body. So let that move into your physical body right now. And be that. You are becoming your higher self. You are becoming the future you right now in the present. As you believe, so you will perceive and manifest. My love and blessings to you on your journey, Aletastjames.